The Israeli military says it currently has operational control of 75% of Gaza. This map, provided by the United Nations, shows 87% of Gaza is under Israeli military control or subject to evacuation orders. Speaking before the Security Cabinet meeting, Mr. Netanyahu says Israel doesn't want to keep control of the enclave and would eventually hand it over to Arab forces.
Will Israel take control of all of Gaza?
We intend to, in order to assure our security, remove Hamas there, enable the population to be free of Gaza, and to pass it to civilian governance. That is not Hamas and not anyone advocating the destruction of Israel. That's what we want to do. We want to liberate ourselves and liberate the people of Gaza from the awful terror of Hamas. And you were in the Gaza Strip today.
Yes.
You met Palestinians who are fighting Hamas because finally they see that they have a future. They can rid themselves of this awful tyranny that not only holds our hostages, but holds 2 million Palestinians in Gaza hostage. That's got to end.
Are you saying today that you will take control of the entire 26-mile Gaza Strip, as it was 20 years ago to this month in 2005?
Well, we don't want to keep it. We want to have a security perimeter. We don't want to govern it. We don't want to be there as a governing body. We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us.
Well, let's bring in our Middle East correspondent Allyson Horn for more on this evolving story. Hi there, Ali. Thanks for your time this morning. We've just heard there from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Israel doesn't want to keep Gaza. It wants to hand it over to Arab forces that won't threaten Israel. Just who is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu talking about there when he talks about handing Gaza over to Arab forces?
Good morning, Mel. I think the answer is there is no answer. He doesn't have a solid plan for what those Arab forces would look like. I think the point to be made here is that if Israel takes full control over Gaza, keeping in mind it already does have military occupation there over at least 75% of the Strip, if it takes over the entirety of Gaza, it's not just the military side of things, it's also the administrative side of Gaza that we're talking about. So Israel could effectively become the government inside Gaza as part of this full military occupation. Now, Israel would say that's because it wants to rid Hamas of not only its military capabilities, but also its governance capabilities inside Gaza, because as it currently stands, Hamas still does have governance capabilities inside Gaza. There are things that still have to happen inside Gaza: municipal services, collection of rubbish, sewage, waste, water, rebuilding from damage and destruction caused by Israeli airstrikes. These are some of the municipal services that Hamas would have taken carriage of as not only the military force within Gaza, the militant group within Gaza, but also the governance group within Gaza as well. It was considered there as the legitimate government within Gaza. So Israel would take over military control and possibly administrative control. But as you heard in that interview with Benjamin Netanyahu, he says that they intend to take control of all of Gaza, but they don't want to govern it, suggesting that he wants to pass control to this group of Arab countries. Now, already Jordan, which we would consider would have to be part of some sort of Arab coalition that could govern Gaza, Jordan officials have already told Reuters that they will not be agreeing to Benjamin Netanyahu's policies. So this idea of Benjamin Netanyahu's that Israel will somehow perhaps take administrative control of Gaza but then hand it off to Arab countries seems quite far-fetched at this stage, and I think this goes towards continuing criticism from both international parties and also within Israel itself that there doesn't seem to be a legitimate plan of towards the end of this war and what the day after would look like as well.